Hello, and once again, a very warm welcome to the Thought for the Week for the 31st of March 2025, brought to you by the Grad team. My name is Ruda Landman. This Thought for the Week is called Saving as the Key to Self-Empowerment. Now, I know, you hear that and you say to yourself, I'm barely making ends meet and they want me to save, really? Please keep listening. Let's see if we can shift your view just a little bit. There are 3 levels of saving, or 3 time frames. Short term for emergencies, medium term for once-off big expenses, and long term for retirement. Let's start with the short term. That's the emergency column that we included in your budget, remember? Remember the way we set it out? The first column said bank, or the total available, and then that is broken up into food, toiletries, airtime, clothes, family, and emergency. Now, in that emergency column, we put down 100 Rand. You can decide what you want to do, of course. This is the first step toward a life in which you are in control, not your circumstances. That budget is the first step, if you can stick to it. Because life happens. You may lose a cell phone or a textbook. Your granny may get sick, requiring you to go home urgently. You yourself may get ill, needing to see a doctor and pay for medicine. It is a wonderful feeling when you are faced with a sudden, unplanned expense and you have ready money to pay for it. If you ring-fence your emergency fund, you will be able to cope with whatever happens without going into debt or using your food money for that month. Put this fund into a separate account, perhaps a savings account with a 7-day notice period so that you get some interest. This money buys you peace of mind. Do not use it for other budgeted items like clothes or food. Now let's think about the medium term. Even if you get a job immediately after finishing your studies, you will need money to see you through the first month until your first paycheck. You will need professional clothes. You may need a briefcase of some sort or a deposit on a place to stay. If you put away 50 Rand per month for the next 4 years or 48 months, well, it's almost April. Let's make that 45 months. If you put away 50 Rand for the next 45 months at about 7% interest, which you can get in a 32-day deposit account, you will have just over 2,600 Rand at the end. That's probably your whole monthly budget at the moment. Imagine having that breathing space at that crucial moment. Imagine how proud you will be of yourself. And the best thing about it will be that the interest over the period comes to more than 300 Rand. Interest will add 6 months' worth of your contributions. That happens because interest is added every month. If you don't withdraw it, you get interest on the interest, also known as compound interest. Compound interest is a money superpower, and it grows like a snowball rolling downhill. The longer you leave your money to accumulate compound interest, the more astonishing the results. That's, of course, especially true when you start thinking long term towards the day you can't even imagine now when you want to retire. We'll pick that up next time. But just before we say goodbye, if you're interested in this kind of future gazing, Excel has a function which works like a charm. Open a workbook and click on FX in the top left corner. Then there will be a drop-down menu. Choose FV for future value. Fill in the blocks, click OK, and you have your answer. How much your savings will be worth if you put away X for Y months. Just 2 notes. Remember that the interest rate is usually given per year, so you have to divide it by 12. Look at the values in my calculation below. Go to the newsletter on your phone to see. I've made a little snip of what Excel looks like. Secondly, the answer is given as a negative amount. Don't worry, that's academic. The figures are correct. Happy studying and be careful with your money.